Hey folks, this is Riker. Diablo 3 Reaper of Souls has been out for a month now, and some of you may be asking, what's the best class? While that is a subjective question, what we can do is look at the results of a poll that pulled in over 20,000 votes to see what kind of popularity trends we're observing. Now the poll asked two things. What was your main class when Reaper of Souls released, and what's your main class now? What we saw is that the Wizard was the most popular class then, with 27% of the vote, and still is by far the most popular class with 25% of the vote. And the reason for this seems to be that people see the Wizard as being the most versatile class, the most fun class even. It has a lot of different options. Whether you want to do a cold build, a fire build, an arcane build, the Wizard just affords you a lot of options, and people like that degree of versatility. For instance, you can check out this ice build over here. The Wizard is also one of the easiest classes to gear for T1. The second most popular class is the Demon Hunter with 18% of the vote, up from 16% at Reaper of Souls launch. And the reason for the rise in the Demon Hunter's popularity is the strength of the Cluster Arrow fire build. You can see a variant of one of those builds over here. If you look at worldwide statistics of Diablo 3 characters, you'll see that the 10 characters in the world with the highest damage are all Demon Hunters. Coming in at number 3 is the Witch Doctor, which had only 10% of the vote at launch, but now has risen to 16%. The reason for the Witch Doctor's rise in popularity is the strength of the pet build, which is quite gear dependent though. Tied for 4th place is the Barbarian and the Crusader at 14% of the vote. Now the Barbarian basically hasn't changed from 16% at launch to 14% now, and the Crusader went up in fact from last place with only 10% up to where it is now. The reason the Crusader's popularity has risen can be attributed to some retooling Blizzard has done with the class, although a lot of people still feel it's not quite where it needs to be. It's still underperforming. That's what people are saying, but it could just be that we haven't had enough experience with the Crusader yet. However, there are some builds that revolve around cooldown reduction that can be very powerful. The Barbarian, sadly, pre 2.0 was by far the best class, the most powerful class, but after the nerfs to the Infinite Wrath of the Berserker build, it hasn't quite bounced back. There still are a couple very good Barbarian builds, but it's not performing to the same standards as the Wizard and the Demon Hunter. Then in dead last place we have the poor Monk that went from 20% of the vote at launch down to 11%. And the problem with this is most people feel that the Monk simply does not have enough options, and even with the options it has, it cannot perform to the same standards as the other classes. What's funny is that the Monk is a great class to have in your party, you just don't want to be the Monk. So to sum up, the Wizard right now is arguably the best class because it's the easiest to gear for, it has the most options. Some people say it's the most fun, possibly because it has all those options. And the Demon Hunter is continuing to rise in popularity because it is very, very strong if you follow that one shoehorned fire build. That wraps this up. Let me know in the comments below what you feel the best class is. And if you'd like to see more videos in the future, please like, comment, and subscribe.
Subscribe for more Diablo 3 and tabletop RPG content, including Reaper of Souls guides, RPG quick tips, character and campaign ideas, and live recorded Dungeons & Dragons sessions.